Joining us at this point live is Major General Dhruv Katoj, defense expert. We also have Major General Gigi Dwivedi, defense analyst, joining us live. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, defense expert, also joins the broadcast, as does Group Captain UK Devnath, defense expert. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, what do you make of the timing of this attack? The date, obviously, and the venue chosen by those who carried it out as yet. What does this tell us?
Okay, Uday, that's a very, very good question. On again, the date chosen, 2nd January 2020. General Qasem Soleimani was assassinated in Baghdad, in the capital of Iraq, by a US drone strike. And this attack over there, again, it happened right very close to the tomb. Now, this attack, once again, the figure was 103, then it ruled out at 95 because the health department, the emergency services came out with a figure of 95. Then they further shot it down to 84 so far. So now the Supremo, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, he has said the harsh reality is, okay, whoever has done it would be dealt with a very strong, befitting response. In fact, even their president has given out a statement on this. Now, who could have done it? The very fact is, no group has taken a responsibility as of now. No one knows where and how it could have happened. So it would be a bit too early to rule out the attack. But then there's one lesson learned again. Iran always, they shelter Hamas, they shelter the Houthi rebels who are very active in Yemen, in fact. So the very fact, I will give a parallel. Now in Pakistan, you see what's the problem with Pakistan. They are dealing with terror right now. They are themselves victims of terror. Why? Because they are the ones who promoted terror. They gave rise to terror. Osama bin Laden was found in Pakistan. And the very fact is, if you harbor snakes in your backyard, they come back and they bite you, which even Hillary Clinton, she has stood in the parliament and she has mentioned this in Pakistan itself. Now, Iran has, of course, I understand the fact that Iran does not get along with America at all. I totally buy that. The President Ibrahim Raisi is, in fact, the political deputy Mohommed Jamshed. He blamed Israel and the US. The very fact is, without having any proof, Israel and US haven't taken responsibility. Neither do that they have. Neither does Mohommed Jamshed or President Ibrahim Raisi. They have any proof that the Israel or US has done it. How can they, in fact, they blame them only on suspicion? Now the Arab nations, some of them, they can suspect the West, but then you cannot really, without having any proof, you cannot blame anyone. Now the very fact is, when they say they will give a befitting reply to who? It should be ascertained first to who. It is very, very sad. There is no doubt wherever there are people who are killed. And on one side where there is Israel and Hamas war going on, and there are over 20,000 casualties of innocent people in the Gaza Strip. What Hamas did on 7th October was grossly wrong, unacceptable, inhuman. There is no doubt, no question about that, and Hamas should be taught a lesson, but specifically till Hamas. Now, when from Lebanon, the Hezbollah joined in the rut, Hezbollah, once again, it is a problem that they are creating. Now, the Islamic State in Iran, because Iran is primarily Shia dominated, right? So now, it could be. I mean, it's just, again, I'm based on speculation. It could be like as the generals mentioned earlier. Yes, it could be an internal, this thing is how I see it as. But the date and the venue chosen, what your question was, it is definitely 100% intentional with a motive that this should drive home a message loud and clear. But again, I don't think Iran is going to keep quiet about it. They will react. But react upon who is the golden question over here. Hezbollah also said that they will avenge or they would revenge. But against who will they revenge and avenge? So that one has to see. Now, also one more thing. The tribal or the insurgent groups over there, they do not have, it's not that they're united. They're not also on the same page. Like, for example, in Afghanistan, we had heard of ISIS, all right? We suddenly heard that time, about 2.5 years back, we heard about ISIS-K, ISIS Khorasan. So this was a different faction. So they are different factions. Never know which faction from where has gone trigger happy and has done this over there.
Yes, Major Shah, is this something that you see spiraling as well in the next few weeks and months? The conflict, in Gaza is not looking like stemming anytime soon. Do you then see this, situation in the Middle East spiraling further in the next few weeks? What is the way ahead looking like, in your opinion, Major Shah?
Okay, Uday, that's a very, very good question. See, the Wednesday's attacks, they came straight amidst the heightened tension in the region after the deputy leader of the Iran-backed Palestinian group Hamas was killed in an apparent Israeli drone strike in Lebanon. And I concur with what my seniors have said over here just now, because the suspicion will obviously, unless it's proved, unless it's declared officially, formally, we can only speculate. And so far, if I have to speculate, the suspicion will go to the Islamic State, the Sunni groups, basically, because many of them, in fact, when Qasem Soleimani, he had given a lot of trouble to the Islamic State, the ISIS, particularly in Iraq as well, and they had celebrated his death. Also, they were rejoicing on that. So suspicion, obviously, and they have, and see, terrorists have, firstly, they do not have those principles like any soldiers would be having. The soldiers will only attack military establishments and such things if they have to bombard a place on a military operation. Here, terrorists have specifically targeted the civilians. So most certainly the suspicion will go over there. Now, also, one more thing to note over here is, do I see the situation spiraling? Well, Uday, to be very, very honest and frank with you, I do not think it could it can get any worse than what it is already now, where Israel and Hamas, actually, Israel should target Hamas even more specifically. It is wherever they are innocent people, their children, their ladies, their elderly people, they are unarmed, well, it's not about unarmed, it's about a person being innocent, nirdosh, bekasur, masoom. So I have a problem with that. When humanity suffers, people who are troublemakers have no right at all. To people like terrorists, they have no right. But then innocent people should not suffer in this. And I do not see it spiraling further than this or there.
Yes. Okay.